Yeah, I was going to write to you, and I totally forgot that it was some typo, I think, on the landing page of the content. It was right, I think, contention or something like that. Contention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
It was a typing. It was probably, sometimes I try to correct everything, but it's hard to keep up with every single thing.
I
Sorry.
know. It is. I agree. Totally.
Let me see here. And close this. Let me close Facebook. So I don't have noises coming. Okay. This. And how have you been the interviews? It's going fun. I was trying to catch up with some of them.
Yeah, I just uploaded some replays yesterday. So the replay page is up.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. Got 2 more days after today. That's it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Are you putting, are you setting all the videos for replays in one page so people can just click in each of the videos?
Yep. Every video is on that page.
Okay. Yeah. Because then I can share too. Just
Mm-hmm.
get the link and share.
Yep. Okay, Facebook.
I'm just trying to, I have some notes here so I don't forget some points maybe during the talk that it might be important.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, so that's audience. Okay, I think we got it on there. Live.
Let's see if I can get better lighting here.
I hope I got that right. Okay. Okay, it looks like we're live.
Live?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. Well, it's day 5 of the summit. Welcome, everybody, to the Boss Up and Convert Summit. And we are here with Charlene Trinsi, and she is going to be talking to us about how to create contention that captivates your audience. So, Charlene, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell everybody who you are, what you do, and how you help your client.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Charlene Trinsi, and I am a photographer and a branding strategist. So I have been working with branding for the past years, and it's something that I have been acquiring a lot of skills to help my clients. So the main thing I do is help elevate your value, so you can build the brand of your dreams, and especially build a brand that converts, that it's not only pretty, but make you the cash flow that you desire.
Absolutely. We love that. We need that.
Right.
So, Charlene, how can we communicate effectively with our audience so that our conversion ratios improve?
Okay. So that's something that I always like to talk to the clients. It's when you start to talk about branding, a lot of people think about the visuals, and it's very important, of course. But I think there is the foundation of everything. That is that communication with your audience. that has to be unique, and it has to be authentic, and of course has to be, engaging, so people want to know more about you, and has to be valuable. So it's a lot of points that you have to follow up so your conversion will increase. But I like to say that think about the content that you would like to see as you are on your client's shoes, So for me, it's like I like to talk about the pain points that my clients have. And with that, I like to give them some solutions. And I think one point of sometimes people don't like to share what they know because maybe they are afraid that, okay, if I share that, then the person will not hire me to make, this service. And then I think that's where people get wrong, because when people see that and you are sharing that, they want to know more. And then they really trust you. So I think some of the points to start converting more your content is to really share some value, show people that you know what you're talking about. I like to always have some notepads or my phone with some app where I note, like if I see on Facebook or Instagram something people are asking for help in certain points, I will write down. And I say, can I help people with that? Yeah, I can. So I will make mini trainings. On my Instagram and stories, I like to make mini trainings, So I teach people how to have better image, how to edit their image, how to have better engagement and stuff like that. So I think all those things, when people see, they are, oh, that's nice content. So I have a plan of content. I think that's one important point too. You tag along with value, with authenticity, everything else, and then have a plan. So you are talking about everything that you can help them, and then you can always pitch your sale. It's something that people sometimes it's afraid to pitch and say, oh, I have this program to sell. I'm offering this program right now, because they think, oh, but I know I'm giving everything for free. If now I say I'm selling, they will stop following me. And I don't think that's true. But, there is, of course, it will always be some people who are just, looking for free, but will be that people like, oh, I really want to work with her, and then they will come and they will buy from you if they need what you are offering. So I think that it's this balance when you ask about how they can prepare more content that will convert. It's like that. Make a plan. On this plan, you lie down pain points, solutions, and value, and show who you are as a person so people can relate, and then make your pitch. I like to have this rule of 20-80, where it's 80% value and 20% of sales,
right.
But people have to know that you have some offer. If they don't know, like I might be seeing like, oh, Cher is amazing what she does. I wish she would, sell these services. You never talk about. How can I know? So, and
That's
then
true.
if you talk every single day about your sales, it's like, oh my God, she just wants to, I don't want to follow her. So it has to be this balance. So make a plan, make a notebook, and put some values that you can share during the week, and make your pitch, just, keep going. And then I think it's a balance between the pitch and the value, but keep it up, giving the value, give the pain point some solutions for your ideal audience. You will be attracting even more audience for you.
Yeah, I think, it's important to be the solution to the problem, of course. And, I've even gone as far as looking in Facebook groups and seeing what people are talking about, what kind of questions they're asking, so that I know what, their pain points are, and if I can provide a solution, that way as well. Because you always have to stay on top of that. You always got to do your market research and basically feed that focus. Because if you're not serving what you need to be serving, then it's, nobody's going to bite. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to want it. So then, it's like you've created stuff that people don't want. So you have to know what to create.
I think it's also important that you ask. I often ask my audience, I say, what do you want to know? What do you need? If I need to, I send some private message and I say, I know you follow me. I see you're commenting on some posts, and I love that. I'm so grateful for your support. How can I support you even more? What do you need? And it's simple as that. Some people ask, oh, my engagement's down. How can I, get this going? And I know on your heart and everything, I know I've been there, that you think, oh, but if I do that, I would be giving advice for free. I shouldn't be, charging for consulting and everything. And I know you should be charging, but there's a difference between charging for a big consulting where you're going to be helping people with a lot of problems in the business and how to move the needle, and to give some value. And some of the girls ask me questions like, oh, my engagement's down. Do you know what could be? Like, oh, I really wish I could have more followers, or I don't know how to convert. My content, it's not good. Can you take a look on my Instagram and tell me a few points where I could improve? And these things take me like half an hour, and it's, super valuable. And I don't regret doing for free, really. And I think that's super important, that you ask your audience, what do you need? What do you want? How can I help you?
I know, and it's simple. Yeah. It's simple to ask, and we just make it complicated. Like, we're scared to ask.
Yeah.
But, and I remember I had a client once who, she did not want to give away anything for free. She refused to do a Q&A or, something like that, like a teleseminar where, people would ask questions and stuff. She refused. She didn't see the point in giving away her expertise for free. But, it's like, it's something that we just do. I mean, you have to give something so people know what you know and how you can help them. Because they don't know, they won't know otherwise.
Yeah.
How you can help them, or if you're a good fit to help them. So you have to, kind of like, but you have to balance it, like you said.
Right? When you go to the store and you buy some makeup, and then you get some makeup as a sample, some perfume.
Yeah, you get samples.
It's great. It's a sample. We love it. You come back for the bigger package, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So how can we position our content so that we are in constant flow of retention and even bringing in new business?
Okay, so I like to bring that. I like to break that into few zones of genius, and to position yourself as authority on your niche. It's kind of like the same loop that we were talking about. You have to give something. People have to see that you know what you're talking about. Otherwise, you can't be positioning yourself out there.
Right.
And once people can relate to you, relate to your story, relate to everything that you're going through, and to you got to the success part of your business, they will follow you. They will buy from you. They will promote you. And I think that's where you are positioning yourself out. Out of the noise of internet. It's when people say, oh, she was just like me. Oh, I love her content. And one thing that people get wrong sometimes, it's okay. Some people don't buy from you, but they will promote you because they can relate to you. And I think that's one important point when you are positioning yourself as authority. It's not to be just a sale. It's to be, an inspiration for people. And I like to break those content as like inspiration content, value, educating my audience, behind the scenes, and, just showing the human side of me. Like, I have posts where I talk a little bit about me, and I just being me. It's like, I'm a mom. I'm not that fit person, I do eat ice cream in bed, watching moves. So, and I rather do that than go, on the rain, running for something. It is me. I know that a lot of people would like that. They say, oh my God, no, you have to keep it up with something like that. But that's me, and I'm a little bit messy, and I have space for my kids on my office with me. And some people, no, it's so all those things make you relatable to other. And then you start to show, okay, she's like that. And then with my skills, I've been on a long journey since, I started as a fashion designer. Just quite a quick thing here. I started as a fashion designer. I couldn't work with that. So I shifted for graphic design. And then I started to get more skills as photography to, improve my graphics. And then with photography, I love photography. I love everything about the conception. I started marketing, so I could get better business. And then I started helping people with their marketing and branding, so I could get all those skills, knowing about creative, graphics and everything to put into branding. So every time I talk about my store, people can relate, because they see, oh, she has been shifting a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not like you start on a point and you stay there. Some people are like, oh, I'm on this field, on this niche for 10 years. And that's amazing. That's good. But that's not me. I have been changing on the past 10, 15 years. And, to be where I am now, I think I had to evolve. I had to be, going through those shifts. So it's something that, to put yourself out there and show that you are authority on your niche, you have to be a leader. You have to inspire people, not just like, buy from me. If you're not buying from me, please just, that's the door, go away. It's not like that, but I've seen that, I know, because it's a long time on the internet, and it's kind of like when people ask for something, they say, you never buy, or some things like that. But I think it's important that I have people around me that can relate to my story. And if they never buy from me, if they like me, if they like the story, if they're helping me promoting, if they are getting inspired by me, I think that's, already an accomplishment.
Yeah. Some people will follow you for years before they buy from you. So, I mean, but like,
and we never know the reason. Like, I have people that I follow and I don't buy from it. And it's not really about the buying situation. It's maybe I don't need the service, but I like some things that they post. I like that it's inspiring. We have different stories, but it's inspiring in some point. And then I help promote too. And it's some points where you can stay on that person's journey without buying. And some people will buy from you because they get inspired and they need your help. So there's this balance.
Yeah, it is. So what tips do you have for using social media for business and brand awareness?
Okay. So social media, I think it's the easiest way right now to have brand awareness, right? It can be free. Of course you can pay for ads and everything, but you can do a lot of things for free. So my few tips I have for people who are starting out, or even if they are already on some point of their journey, it's focusing one social media at a time. Okay. I know we talk about being in all platforms, but I think it's important that you are growing in one and then you spread to the rest. Okay. It's very important that you master one of the platforms and you take your time doing that, because I see some clients and some people asking for services and they're like, oh yeah, I was for, a month or two and Facebook and didn't work. It's not really like that, because you are, even if you're starting, or even if you're in the middle, if you don't know much about marketing, you're just posting there just for posting and it's not giving you results. You should continue, or you should learn a little bit more about marketing on social media, or you should have like a social media manager, something like that to get results. But I think it takes some time always to build a connection with your audience on social media, and you should master one at a time. And when I say that, I have a PDF where I talk about being in all platforms. What I mean is, you go, let's say you have your brand new business, you go and you take your name in all platforms. Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, everything. You take your name, so no one else will take. And let's say it's Cheryl, the coach, something like that. You take in all of them, but then you're focusing on Instagram, for instance. And let's say Facebook is a big thing too. If you think you're going to be posting there, always, direct people to your Instagram, redirect them, say, everything's happening on my Instagram. Have you seen my story today about, 5 tips on how to make money with your coach business? No, so go to my Instagram and check it out. So every time you're focusing in one social media, you redirect the rest of the audience to that platform, the main platform. And you can also use automated, I use that for my Twitter. It's not the best thing in the world, but I don't use Twitter as much. My clients don't come from Twitter, but I like to have that going. So I have automation there. Every time I post on Facebook or Instagram, it goes to my Twitter. So if someone see me on Twitter, they can see, oh, she's active on Instagram, I will go there. Or she's active on Facebook, I will go there. That's my two main platforms, because I have my group on Facebook, but then I have Instagram where I share a little bit more. I have stories. I connect more with my audience. So I think one of the things would be that, remember breaking the points on the content for inspiration, value, educating, and behind the scenes. Then you start posting in one of the platforms and always redirecting people to that platform.
So that makes sense because it
Yeah.
takes out a lot of like doing double work, because we don't have that much time. And with the time that we do have, we want to focus on, other things that we could be doing. So it really takes out,
Yeah,
just, yeah.
you stretch yourself thin and then you're not strong in either of the platforms,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not going to help your business, because then you are the whole day on social media. It's not bringing you money,
I
it's not getting
know.
strong, it's not connecting, right? So
Right.
focus on one. When you're big in that one, and I don't mean big only on numbers, I mean strong, like with the connection, engaging and seeing what your audience need, then you can go to the next one, and then it's the same process. Now, then you don't have to redirect them for the second one, but you can always say, I'm now on Facebook too. If
Mm-hmm.
you like, I have my group, and I have my page, and I have been sharing this and that. So you always, get a loop where they're going to be going.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, so what is one of the most important things women entrepreneurs should pay attention to when building their brand voice?
I think it's the being authentic,
Okay.
because there's a lot of people making the same things with the same skills and maybe
Mm-hmm.
having quite of the same ideas.
Yeah.
What's going to differentiate you? It's the authenticity of your work and how you are and everything. You know, like for instance, I was looking for a personal trainer, and there's a ton of them out there. What
Mm-hmm.
drives me more towards ones and against, not against, but not so much to others. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I can relate their mom too, so they know how busy we can be. They are entrepreneurs too, or they're Latinas like me, so they know which kind of food I like, or
Mm-hmm.
all those small things that you can make people relate to you.
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's the thing that's going to make a better impact on building your voice, building your brand voice. Because
Yeah.
I see a lot of people, when you're like someone, when you're like some kind of business, you try to imitate that. And we talk about mirroring someone that you are inspired by, but
Yeah.
some people confuse that mirroring with copying, and then it's
Mm.
not authentic. I know because I've been there,
Mm-hmm.
and I think a lot of people have been there. On your very beginning, you try to be like someone that you're seeing, you try to post just like them, you try to copy some things, and then you see that it's not going, because you have to be someone that you are not. And
Mm-hmm.
it takes you a lot of effort to do that. It takes you more time, it stresses you out, it's overwhelming, and then you think you're not good enough. So I think that one very important thing, it's just be yourself. If you're silly or silly, that's right. Oh, but then I'm not going to attract this. They are not supposed to be your audience. If they don't like you're silly, that's,
That's
they
true.
will find someone that they can follow. But then you're
Yeah.
going to find people who are silly like you, and oh, she's so enjoyable. I love watching her videos. She's silly just like me. And then
Yeah.
they will watch, and they will like, and they will, be those raving fans that you need to have your business growing.
Yeah.
That's one very important thing. Always take a look in how you like to speak when you're offline. How do you speak
Mm-hmm.
to other people?
Mm-hmm.
That should be the same thing, because if I meet you on the street and you're like on the internet, oh, very nice and everything, and outside you're like, oh, no, I don't want to talk or something, it's not going to have a nice impact on your brand. So I think
Right.
it should be what you are. It doesn't really matter, you know how you're going to approach that. Some people curse a lot, some people don't, some people are more faith drive by faith and beliefs, and some are more natural and stuff like that. So it
Mm-hmm.
has an audience for every single one of us. So
That's
just
true.
try to be authentic when you're writing. One thing I like to do, it's I have a app on my phone which I
Mm-hmm.
can talk to, and it will transcribe. So you just have to take the text and fix a little bit, and it's how you would be talking to a friend. Think about if your friend asks, oh, how could I make my store sell more? How would you explain to her? And that's the same way you should be talking to your audience.
Yeah, I think that's the best way because
Yeah.
it's who you are.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to think of you as, just some kind of robot. You're a human, so show that side of you and, just show who you are, your personality and everything like that. And like you say, everybody has somebody that they can relate to,
Yeah.
we've all had, similar experiences or, similar struggles. And, you relate to those things and those stories that people, that you tell your audience.
Yeah.
People relate to that stuff. So it's important. So what are some ways that we can build a targeted following organically using social media?
Make your profile relatable,
Okay.
and also take note in how which kind of audience you would like to be attracting.
Mm-hmm.
I have always a notebook with me, and I would always take notes on, okay, I would like to have women just like me as a clients, where they understand the rush of, entrepreneurship. They know the value of branding. They know it's not an expense, it's investment.
Mm-hmm.
They, all those small things, take notes, put on a paper, and then start looking around. Okay, how can I attract those people? Am I one of them? Because, for instance, let's say I help people with branding, I help entrepreneurs with branding, and I help them with all those small points where they have to build a strong brand, and they will go to the visuals and they will have very beautiful visuals. But then if I'm trying to talk to people who has no interest and value on having that strong brand, I will not be attracting the right ones.
Yeah.
And then it will be just a waste of time talking to those people on phone and trying to convince them.
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing people get wrong is trying to convince a client. You don't convince anyone to buy from you.
Right.
People have to want to buy from you.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you convince them, they don't really want, and they are just like that they might have that feeling inside that something's wrong, and they will not like, and they will not be, the dream client. So yeah. I think one important thing is make a note. It's the famous, client profile thing that you do. It's like, oh, it's Claire from Oklahoma. She's a mom. She has 2 kids. She's busy. She has a salon and something like that. But I like to take that into approach where the results that my clients want. It's not about the physical aspects of the person, but it's more about the results that they want. When I try to make those kind of like niching down, or no, trying to make that profile, it's about the results. Okay, which results does Claire want? Oh, she wants to have a brand where she really looks professional. She wants to elevate her value because she knows she can charge more for what she's doing, and she's stretching herself. She wants to convert her posts into sales, and she knows the value of everything, and she knows it's not a magic pill that you're just going to have a nice logo and you're making 10K a month on the next day. It's not like that. So it's about the result.
Yeah.
It's that person that I'm trying to attract, and she can be a mom. She might not be a mom. She might be an entrepreneur. She might have a store or something, but she has to understand those points, that she wants to elevate. She wants a beautiful brand, but she has to have a strategy, and she has to understand that everything, it's a process, and it's not just something from night up. Overnight success thing.
Yeah. Yeah, going back to what you were saying about convincing, I think if you position your content to pre-sell for you, you won't have to convince people. They know what to expect, and they already know, oh, I want to work with her, or they don't, whatever it is. But yeah, if you position your content correctly, you won't have to worry about trying to convince anybody to, to do business with you. I mean, it's just, that's just how it is.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between convincing and going through some objections that the person has. Sometimes people on the phone will say, I'm not sure. And I will ask, why are you not sure?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not trying to convince her to buy if she's not sure, because she doesn't want to work with me, because she doesn't think my work's nice, or she doesn't think my work can relate to her. I'm asking why, to see maybe it's why, oh, I'm not sure, like I can do that. Maybe it's an internal thing from the client. I'm not sure, I'm confident enough to start building my business. I'm not confident enough that I will put myself out there and people judge me. Those things are different, that it's not convincing. It's trying to help her client make the decision,
right,
and convince it's like, yeah, I'm not sure about your job. No, but I'm the best one you're going to find. You have to buy from me right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of thing, I think it's different to convince and to help them make the right decision.
Yeah, because it could be a number of reasons why they're on the fence. I mean, like you
Yeah.
said, just some internal things going on, or just, environment, whatever. But yeah, it could be a number of reasons. So,
Yeah.
so Charlene, do you have an offer for our audience? I think you might have sent me something.
Yes, I am preparing an Instagram growing plan,
Oh,
the
good.
program for
Mm-hmm.
my audience. But I also have like new pre-made brand boards on my website. I just update my website with brand boards and some PDFs. And one of the things that changed since we talked, it's like, remember the glitch that Facebook and Instagram had?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was crazy about, and I think a lot of people were asking about, oh, how can I grow my email list and everything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I do have a PDF where it's roadmap and how do you create a freebie, because a lot of people, oh, how can I offer a freebie? What should I do? And I don't really know how to make
Mm-hmm.
the first PDF. What
Mm-hmm.
should I write on it? How do I start that? So I have a roadmap with each step
Oh,
that you
good.
can, start and finish a PDF with some ideas in how you can create that. And then you can start, just sharing that with your audience so you can the same thing, just attract the right ones so you can grow your list. And I know some people is a little bit skeptical about growing an email list because no one's reading really.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 50%. A lot of people still read. I read some
Yeah,
of the emails.
I read. Yeah.
Yeah, if you really like the person, you will read. If
Mm-hmm.
the email is
That's true.
valuable, you will read.
Right.
And you can also use the PDF as a freebie, so you can also share that as a content on your social media, or
Mm-hmm.
you can use as a chat bot to your Facebook. Some people has like a direct thing where instead of sending the PDF to email, they have the chat bot on the Facebook page, so you
Mm-hmm.
can there too. So I think it's something that it's very valuable for anyone who is looking to, attract the audience and make the first PDF, or even if it's not the first, if you're lacking direction and how can you create that, great PDF where people will like, oh, this really helped me, to move
Yeah.
from point A to point B.
Mm-hmm.
If the free stuff was like that, oh, the paid stuff must be even amazing. So it is a roadmap PDF that they can find on my website. And as a freebie, they have also like 6 steps to have a more cohesive brand across platforms, where I show them about the names on platforms, colors, how they can choose the colors, how they can find images and all that on the PDF. And that's free. That they can just go there, sign up and get the PDF book.
Okay, well, send me the link so I can put it in email and I'll just email it out. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Yeah.
think, I think with the whole thing that was happening with Facebook and Instagram the other day, I think it really, really was a wake up call for people to move, people from social media onto the email list, because it just
Yeah.
makes sense, because you can't rely on social media as we see, like, so it's
Yeah,
good
I
to,
think some people are a bit scared. I think
yeah,
it could happen, of course, that someday Facebook will just disappear.
right.
And for sure, someone will create something else and people will migrate to that. But if you have a email list, or if if you have a strong connection with your audience, when they create something new, people will look for you.
Mm-hmm.
And they will try to find you. Or if they have you on the email list, you can announce there, I will be on this new platform, or I will be doing this online summit, or I will be doing some webinar or something. So I think that's why it's important to have email list, even if you don't send every week. I don't send every week for my clients. I send every other week.
Mm-hmm.
Only if I have a special thing, like I have the summit now, if I'm doing some special things, then I send a little bit more. But otherwise, I try to send every other week so people can expect to have some valuable, some tips on Instagram, social media, and
Absolutely.
branding.
That's how you do it. So where can people connect with you further, Charlene?
People can find me on my Instagram. Facebook.
Mhm.
It's like I say, I have Twitter, but I don't use much. So
Okay.
if you like, you can always find me on Instagram as Charlene Trinsi. Facebook, same thing, Charlene Trinsi. My website is charlenetrinsi.com, and I have my group, which we call Badass Business Queens, where I
Okay.
try to help as much as possible, to connect women who want to have that, badass attitude towards
Mhm.
having a business. I think we have to show that we are strong together,
Yes.
and we have that for so long. I'm not against men, but it's nothing like that. It's just like I see that men has that for so many years, like, oh, it's the brotherhood. We help each
Mhm.
other. They get together, they buy a building, they make a business, and they really find they're empowered by
Yeah.
that. And women for so long has been like, oh no, let's just leave that for them. And then when they try to do something, they are, in the small groups, or they are totally alone,
Yeah.
because no one can believe that a woman can make the same thing and
Mhm.
find 2 3 partners and do some amazing things. So I create
Mm.
that as business queens to empower them, to know if any situation that you are in, you can find some girls there, some women who are amazing. And if you're feeling low, you can go there, you can share, you can talk about that, and we can empower each other to have the same attitude, to
Mhm.
not just be the girl who has a store and everything. Again, not against those people, but to show,
Yeah.
no, I have a store, take me serious. I'm a
Mhm.
woman, take me serious. Not like, oh, and my wife has a hobby, or, oh, the girl has something, she sells some things. No, we are, we have to empower each other and
That's
show
true.
we are as serious as any other entrepreneur out there.
That's true. Okay, so send me the link to that too, and I'll put that in the email. Okay.
Yeah,
Right, guys,
absolutely.
so make sure you sign up for the replays at thenowsummit.com, and I'm going to also send out the email. So I'm going to give you Charlene's links where you can contact her for further branding and social media information. And thank you, Charlene, for being
Oh,
here.
thank you for having me here. I hope you guys enjoyed the summit,
Yeah,
and just keep everyone connect, and just, be in touch and be amazing badass business queens.
that's right. Okay. All right. We'll see
Thank
you
you,
next
darling.
time. All right.
Bye.